Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 73 on the Florida Trail. And this is 1,000 miles. All right, day 73. It is 6:50 a.m. We are at 1 mile. Sorry, got to go under a tree. And that is the third time that we have hit 1,000 miles on a trail. The AT, the PCT, and now the FT. So that's a fun little thing. Yeah. Day 73. We have 2 more days on this trail after today, and we will be wrapping it up. Let's see, we are going to do 25 miles today, probably closer to 26 or so, into the town of Navarre. And from there, after that, we will cross the bridge over to Navarre Beach tomorrow to begin the last 2 days. So today we're going to stop short of that beach. We're going to stay in a hotel for the night in Navarre, and and then wrap it up. So let's see. Last night we had for our last night in the woods, we had barred owls, and we had Chuck Will's widows. And what? Oh, yes. Okay, so we also had frogs. I'll say that first. From the stream or a pond or something nearby, we could hear the frogs. But yes, we also were lulled to sleep by some bombing and artillery on Eglin Air Force Base. I don't know that it lasted too long. Huh? No. Yeah, I want to say maybe somewhere between 8 and 8:30 p.m. So we went to bed early because, well, we had a long day yesterday and we were tired. And we knew we had a long day today. So we were going to sleep about 8 o'clock. And there was some bombing and gunfire going on. But it was off in the distance, so it wasn't too bad. Today we have a mixture of trail and road. We're going to start with trail here. We're going to get out onto the road. I'm not sure how far ahead, but in roughly 6 miles, or maybe 5 now, I know we'll be at a convenience store again. Tom Thumb or Cumberland Farms. And then we will cross back into our last section, the western section of Eglin Air Force Base. So we'll have a few miles to do in there, maybe more than a few, I'm not sure. And until we finally come out of there, that will be mostly trail, if not all trail. And then we will come out of there and wrap it up for our day, walking roads down into Navarre. So that's a summary of today. So hope you're all doing well, enjoying your day, and we will catch up with you shortly. And just like that, in less than 2 miles, we are back in civilization. Right back on the road. All right, a couple miles to the gas station. All right, quick stop at the Cumberland Farms for some cold drinks and a little bit of resupply for lunch. And now back out on the highway. I think this is 87, yeah, Florida 87. 2.3 miles till we re-enter Eglin. Crossing the bridge over the Yellow River. Fortunately, there's this really nice sidewalk here. If you're coming Nobo, there is a fence, maybe a 1/10 of a mile, that starts before the bridge. You want to be between the guardrail and the fence. That will lead you right under this sidewalk, which is really nice. Better than walking out there. Nobody out fishing or anything today. Right here. All right, re-entering Eglin Air Force Base. So we will be on trail for the next 13-ish miles, maybe. Something like that.
I feel like that was a really sketchy way to enter an Air Force base.
Yeah, I didn't.
You know?
Yeah, I did not. First of all, I didn't film crossing the highway. We had to cross all 4 lanes. Fortunately, there was a little bit of a median in between. And when you get to the other side, you have to hop the guardrail. And then you walk a little bit farther along the highway. Not very far, maybe a 1/10 or so. And then you get to a spot in the fence where the fence is not open. It is. You basically push the fence back and walk, and then go through the wire fence. So yeah, it's a little sketchy, it seems, for entering a federal facility like this. But because the fence is like 8 feet tall, and it's just disconnected at the bottom from the post, and you just kind of push it away and duck through. All right, well, we're back in the woods. We got some miles to make before we hit the highway again. Sad to see this kind of destruction. It's logging, and they were kind enough to leave us a tree or two here and there to put a blaze on. All right, Highway 87 again. This time we get to cross it again, and then we will go through our last bit of Eglin. All right, see you on the other side. Andy Dufresne boat. Yep. Here we are, walking through the middle of the woods, and came across the boat, Andy Dufresne. Okay, there's something else back there too, a little baby pool, something back there. That's funny. The boardwalk approaching Dean Creek, our water source for this afternoon. Grab some water, take a little break up at the Dean campsite before moving on to finish up our last like 6.5, 7 miles for the day. Dean Creek, cool bridge. Yeah, these V-shaped bridges are popular in Eglin. Yeah, look at that, very clear water. You can't even tell it's there. I'm not entirely sure, but this may be our last half mile of forest woods on the Florida Trail. We are in our last little stretch out here until we get to a road that'll take us to the highway and down to Navarre. tomorrow it's all beach. The next 2 days to finish up, it's all beach. So we think this is about it for forested Florida Trail. We have made it to the outskirts of Navarre. Woo! Couple more miles into town. East Bay River. There it is. I know, super exciting for you, but it's exciting that we're crossing it. And that means we are heading into Navarre. We're almost done with our day. We're gonna make one more stop up here to get a cold drink at the convenience store before we wrap up the last 3 miles or so. So thankful for sidewalks right now. Apparently this goes all the way down into Navarre, so that is wonderful.